Hey everybody, this is Terez Paylor, Chiefs beat writer with the Kansas City Star. We're back again for your daily camp practice wrap up. I'm going to get you caught up on everything that happened here in camp and practice today in 2 minutes. So with that said, let's get going. First thing, let's run through injuries. Sanders Cummings, who left practice early yesterday, turns out he has surgery on his foot. Reed doesn't know when he's going to return. That's a tough blow for that guy. You know, he could eventually be back sooner than anybody knows. I mean, there's really no timetable on it, but for a guy who needed to play after missing basically all of last year with an injury, that's a rough blow. It hasn't been a good camp for him. That's a guy who needed to play so they could see what he could do. But he's not the only guy in the secondary that got hurt. Marcus Cooper, one of your starting cornerbacks, left practice today with a hamstring injury. He didn't return. No timetable on that. Eric Berry, your star, 3-time Pro Bowl safety, left practice early with a sore ankle. Again, no timetable on his return. Reed doesn't know how serious it is. That's something we're going to find out more later on, probably tomorrow. Mike Catapano, the defensive end, still out practice with an illness. And obviously, I just named off a bunch of secondary guys who were hurt, so that was kind of the story today. Who were the guys that were going to step up and fill those spots with the first team with those guys out? And one guy probably won't surprise you was cornerback Sean Smith, starter last year, who got demoted after his arrest in June for allegedly driving under the influence. He's back with the first team today, replacing Cooper, so maybe he's got a chance to stick there now. And also replacing Barry, and this was really interesting. It wasn't Jerron McMillan, who was a veteran. It wasn't Malcolm Bronson, who was on the practice squad last year. It was Daniel Sorensen, the rookie safety from BYU, an undrafted guy that they kind of like. They see some special teams ability. But today, he kind of worked his way with the first team. They gave him a chance to see what he could do. One last thing, too, man. One last depth chart thing that I thought was kind of interesting. At left guard, you had Ricky Henry getting some work. Ricky Henry is a guy that picked up kind of off the scrap heap a year ago, and now he's getting a chance to see what he can do with the first team. That's a guy to keep an eye on going forward. One last thing, guys. You guys have been asking for this a long time, and I've been getting a lot of Twitter questions about this, so I'm happy to finally be able to give you an update. For the first time, at least that I saw, we had your 3 vaunted pass rushers on the field at the same time: D Ford, Tamba Hali, and Justin Houston. And here's how it worked. On one side, you had Tamba Hali, and the other side, you had Justin Houston and D Ford. And D Ford was on the outside while Houston was a little on the inside, lined up over the tackle. That I wouldn't expect that to be a full-time look. Those guys probably aren't going to be able to defend the run well enough, even in a nickel package, to do that regularly. But that's a really good way to kind of mix up your pass rush and get a little additional pressure if you want. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that, especially in the first preseason game. As always, guys, we really appreciate you watching and clicking on the star. To get all your Chiefs news, remember, go to kansascity.com/sports. And again, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.